Hello and welcome to Dad Got This. We're into the tough questions like, can I teach my kiddo how to cook our family Sunday sauce recipe? And why couldn't the pasta get into their house? The second one's easy. He had gnocchi. That's right, this summer the kiddo wanted to learn how to cook. And we're getting near the end of the summer, so it is time to teach her the ultimate family recipe, my mom and my nana's Sunday sauce. I want to thank Victoria Cast Iron for sponsoring this video because we're going to be using some of their stuff like this paella pan and their Dutch oven to pull this off. The first thing we need to do is make some meatballs. In true dad fashion, my main camera did not turn on for this section, so you get the close-up with voiceover. To make your meatballs, you're going to need 3 types of meat: half a pound of ground beef, a 1/4 pound of ground pork, and a 1/4 pound of ground veal. This will give you the perfect flavor and texture for your meatballs. Next, get in there with your hands. The kiddo took care of this part, and just mix it really well. You do not have to worry about overworking this. Set that bowl aside and get a separate bowl. In that bowl, you're going to crack 1 egg, 4 cloves of garlic, grated, 1/2 of a white onion, grated, 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, and 6 tablespoons of whole milk ricotta cheese. Grab yourself a whisk and make sure this is thoroughly combined. In yet another bowl, add 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley, a 1/2 cup of pecorino romano cheese, 1/2 cup seasoned Italian breadcrumbs, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of pepper, 1 tablespoon of granulated garlic, 1 tablespoon of granulated onion, and give it a thorough mix. The first thing we're gonna do is gonna take that wet bowl, give it a stir.
Mixture of what?
Make sure it's all still nice and mixed. And pour it into the meat.
Ooh.
Now, you get in there with your hands and you mix.
I'm just gonna use both my hands.
Go for it. And what you're trying to do is get this to be all one type of material. You don't want to see little streaks of the gloop. Now, we want our dry ingredients. Can you pour about 1/2 of that in there for me first? Perfect. And then you want to mix it in. See how it's kind of starting to firm up a little bit? Yep. Oh my God, the smell is so good. They already smell like meatballs. But you want all that stuff evenly distributed
Into one giant pink slime glob.
Yep. And there you go. Your meatball mix is done. At this point, we're going to go ahead and cover this and stick it in the fridge for about 2 hours. That is going to let all these flavors just kind of meld and get to know each other. Next step, Italian sausage. This is mild Italian sausage. We're just going to go ahead and brown this up. Now we're going to take our Victoria Signature Series cast iron paella pan and we're going to put it over medium heat with a little bit of olive oil. Not much, just a little. We're going to let this preheat for about 4 or 5 minutes. Once your pan begins to smoke a little bit, you know you're ready. I'm actually going to turn this down a little bit more. I had it a little bit high. This should only take a few minutes. You're just going for a nice golden brown all over. See that color? Yeah. That's the color we're going for.
Popping.
Just keep cooking them and turning them until they're all nice and brown, and then take them out of the pan. Now we're going to turn our heat down and we're going to add in 4 cloves of minced garlic. Press.
Oh.
And you get pretty nicely minced garlic. We'll do a little bit more. I like garlic.
Garlic smells so good.
As soon as you start seeing it get brownish, let me know.
I can already see a tiny bit of color kind of showing.
Okay.
You think it's getting
Yes.
burn?
You do not want to burn your garlic. Burn garlic, horrible flavor. Now, we are going to take 2 cans of tomato paste. These are 6-ounce can.
I made it in like a little worm.
Nice.
Can I do the other one?
Uh-huh.
Whoa. Whoa.
If you don't get it all out, don't worry. We're going to fill this up with water and get the last of it out. You want to take this guy and mash it down into the pan. Mix it in with that garlic. That's going to stop your garlic from burning.
We do not want burnt garlic.
And you want to kind of spread this out so it's sort of flat, so that it's making good contact with the pan. Now the instructions from my mom and my nana say to take this and almost burn it. That is a little misleading. They just mean get a really dark red. If you burn it, you're gonna get a bitter taste and it's not gonna be good. So just take it to a very dark red. So I just kind of let it sit on one side for a little while.
And then flip it.
And then I kind of peek. And smell will also let you know how things are going.
Smells really good.
Yeah. This is just bringing out extra flavor, gives it a little bit deeper caramelization, sweetens it a little bit. See, we're starting to get some little black, dark bits. I kind of like to err on the side of less burnt. We'll let that go a little bit longer. Can you go ahead and fill that up with water, please?
Water? Yeah.
A little bit of a stir. We'll do it over the pot, so if we make a mess, everyone doesn't.
Doesn't matter.
We're gonna turn off the heat, pour in that water. As we do that, we're gonna deglaze this pan. And look at how nice and deep and red that is. Now here's the most important part. You need a good heavy bottom pan. A Dutch oven works really well. This one from Victoria's Signature is going to be perfect because you need good heat. Now we're gonna take this, I'm gonna hold it and you're gonna scrape, okay? Get all that in there.
Whoopsies. It's fine.
We'll clear you off in a second.
Fine. I should have worn my apron. The one time I don't wear an apron. Really? Whatever.
To this pot, you're gonna add 2 28-ounce cans of tomatoes. We like this Tutto Rosso San Marzano style tomato. I tested a whole bunch of tomatoes, and for me, for the price, these were pretty good. I have 2 different kinds, unfortunately. I have hand crushed and non-crushed, so we're gonna have to crush some of these. So we're gonna go ahead with the first one.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go in with the pre-crushed.
Can I use this to crush them?
This is what you use to crush them.
Oh.
You grab it and you squeeze. Now these are gonna completely almost break down anyway, so no need to go through a blending process here.
Nope. Tablespoon.
To this, you're gonna add a tablespoon of granulated onion,
More onion. Perfect.
a tablespoon of granulated garlic.
Ooh, I made it perfect.
Nice.
Garlic.
3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil.
A1. 2. Great.
Tablespoon of salt,
Favorite things. I'm literally addicted to salt.
and a couple turns of black pepper. Nope, you can just get that out of there. This is going to be a great starting point for your seasoning. You're gonna adjust this as it goes to your taste.
1 spoon. Mix.
Give it a stir. Try not to splash yourself.
I'm trying. Well, I have my apron on, so hopefully it wouldn't get on any of my clothes anymore.
Seem well mixed to you?
Yeah. See, pretty
Okay.
mixed.
Give it one more little extra stir.
Extra stir from the dad.
Now we're gonna probably need to add some water to this eventually
Water.
when we add our meatballs, because I don't think this is gonna be enough sauce to cover all our meatballs. You're gonna add your sausage. Oh, and the juice that came out of the sausage. And you're gonna give that another stir. There's another little chefy thing that my mom and my nana didn't do. We're just gonna add this half an onion peeled directly in here, just like this. We don't want chunks of onion through our sauce. We just want onion flavor. So this is gonna go in there, and then we're gonna fish it out later. You're gonna go ahead and set this over medium heat. You wanna get it just to a simmer. And we are gonna simmer that for 3 hours.
Whoa.
While you're simmering it, make sure you are stirring every 10 to 15 minutes. You do not want this to burn on the bottom. That will absolutely ruin your entire pot of sauce, and you'll have to start all over.
And that would not be fun.
No, so make sure, stir it every 10 to 15 minutes. I guess we'll see you guys in about
3 hours.
3 hours. Made a mistake. It's actually 2 hours cook time, not 3 hours cook time on the first stage. So we're about an hour and a half in. Sauce is looking great. We've been stirring it. She's been helping. And it is time to fry off our meatballs. So we're gonna take the same pan we made the sausage in. I gave it a quick wipe down. We're gonna turn it on. We're gonna drop a little bit of olive oil in there. And we're just gonna let that warm up. By now, our meatballs have kind of marinated and gotten real nice. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna take kind of good handful size. We're gonna make a little bit bigger than golf ball meatballs. You take them and you really want to roll them in a circle between your two hands, and you're trying to make as round and smooth a ball as you can that doesn't have any cracks or crevices or anything in it, about that size. Now we want to try to make these all around the same size, because if they're the same size, they should cook at the same speed. Don't worry about overworking these. You really kind of want them nice and together. Back in the day, the Italians, they used to make these tiny little meatballs. These big meatballs are kind of American Italian meatballs, because Americans were like, I ain't doing that. I ain't making 300 meatballs. I'll make 20. Our pan is starting to warm up. You finish that one?
Sure.
Now just go ahead and put them in.
Okay.
They might get a little splashy, so just, you know, do it from far back. Don't drop them, place them. Perfect.
Whoa.
Try to keep a little bit of spacing between them if you can. It's a pretty big pan, so you should be okay.
Whoa. They're heavy.
Hey, exactly 12 meatballs. Not bad.
Exactly 12?
Yeah. We're gonna cook these over a medium heat until we brown them on all sides. We are just really going for color. I don't know how long that's gonna take. For this, just make sure you don't have your heat too high where you end up burning your meatballs. So I would go for a medium to medium low heat and just keep turning them until they get that awesome brown color all the way around. And now the kiddo's just gonna go ahead and pop these in the sauce. You can just leave them on top for now and then we'll situate them. Just try to nestle them down there as best as you can. If you need a little bit of water to cover everything, go ahead and do that. And at this point, you can also taste it to see if you need to adjust your seasoning. Right now, I don't think I'd mess with that yet. Go let the meatballs mellow in there. It's pretty good. That is what you're looking for, kind of just everybody nestled down a little bit into the sauce. In total, I have 3 cans of water of the little tomato pastes in there. That's what I've added so far. And about 2 hours later, you are going to have an awesome looking sauce. At this point, just boil some pasta according to the package directions, and you are ready to go. In total, it has been a little over 4 hours. I did throw in fresh basil right at the end. If you're using a fresh herb, throw it in the end. You don't want to do it at the beginning. It's just going to cook out all the flavor. If you're using dried herbs, you can throw them in whenever. All right, kiddo, it is time to try. Let's see what our meatball cross section looks like. Ooh, nice and juicy looking.
I can see it like on the...
And is our, sausage is tender but not falling apart, which is kind of what you want.
I can see like all the herbs we did.
Yep. All right, let's go ahead and grab a little bit of meatball.
Just gonna grab a little bit of...
Cheers.
Cheers.
That veal just kicks it up a notch. It gives it that texture. So tender. Oh, the flavor is on point.
It's like nice and soft.
Uh-huh.
Not very like...
Let's try our sausage.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah. That's perfectly tender.
I don't even like sausage very much, but I like this sausage.
Juicy, not overcooked we're not getting volume.
Oh my god.
No, but it's okay. I can sync the audio with, these are recording. The sausage is juicy. It's not overcooked. Great texture to it. Now,
Oh,
you're just eating, right? I don't blame you.
I'm not in.
Let's grab a little bit of pasta with the red sauce, the Sunday sauce.
Might have got a little bit too much, but
You might have.
cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Mmm.
That absolutely hits the spot. Perfect seasoning. Everything is great. That is better than any pasta you will get at any restaurant. I can almost guarantee that.
I can taste the cheese in it. The cheese. It's so good.
It's sweet, but we didn't add any sugar because we used a good tomato. It's just fantastic. If you want the recipe, it's going to be on my website, dadgotthis.com. And I want to thank Victoria's Signature for the pans and making this possible. It's kind of cool to cook this recipe in these pans because I know these pans are going to last a lifetime and she is going to inherit them. So eventually she's going to be cooking this exact dish in these exact pans many years down the road, which is kind of cool.
Maybe I'll start my own YouTube channel and I'll make a video about this with you as my special guest instead.
I could be a guest star. It'd be a lot easier to just do that.
Yep.
If you're enjoying this content, please do the likey subscribe thing. YouTube loves it when you leave a like. I love it when you leave a comment. I answer just about every comment in my comment section. You really want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. Members get behind the scenes updates. Sometimes they get members only cuts, producer shout outs, credits, all kinds of fun stuff. But if you can't, just subscribing would be enough. With all that out of the way, there is only one question left to answer.
Oh no. What?
Where did the pasta and the tomato go to dance?
I don't know.
The meatball. Love it. She hates the jokes. Dad may tell horrible dad jokes. Cook fantastic pasta. But one thing Dad will never do.
Dad does nachos, so that's it. Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna eat all of this.
I don't blame you. This is the part where I thank all of my members. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for your support and rock on. I don't know why I said rock on, but rock on.
Whoopsies. It's fine.
We'll clear you off in a second.
Fine. Should've worn my apron. The one time I don't wear an apron. Really? Whatever.